Load versus rate using the load machine. I've got a Landrum spring in the load machine, and I can use this to get a couple different numbers that we can use to calculate spring rate. So I get the load produced by the spring in pounds, and then I get the deflection in inches. Start by compressing this spring with the load machine. Press this to 2 inches. There's my load right there. With these two numbers, we can use this equation to calculate the spring rate. To get our rate, we take our load, which is 547, and we divide that by our deflection, which was 2.00. This is pounds, and this is inches. And we get a rate of 273.5 pound per inch. Here's our rate right here. In this example, our spring rate was 273.5 pounds per inch, and the load that we produced at 2 inches of deflection was 547 pounds. So that's our total load over 2 inches. Now, we didn't have to use 2 inches. It just happened to work out. That was the example that we used. We could have gone 3 3/4 inches or 4 inches, checked the load at whatever that deflection is, divided out, and still got our spring rate. We can also use this equation to calculate the total load produced by a spring at a given travel number if we know the spring rate. So using this Landrum spring, which has a rate of 80, we can calculate how much load will be produced by this spring at a given travel, let's say 3 inches. We'll be using this equation right here. So it's load equals rate times deflection. We know our rate is 80, and we know our deflection is 3 inches, 240 pounds of load if we compress this spring 3 inches. And we have a load machine, so we can test that. Three inches of deflection, 239 is what we get on the load machine. We go back to our math, our spring rate of 80, our deflection of 3 inches, 240 pounds of load. This is where a rate sheet from Landrum that comes in the box with your spring is really helpful. It's got the displacement, the force, and the rate as it goes through its travel. It's really helpful. Comes in the box with your spring.